You guys want to see what I've been dealing with? Let me show you. Reed, could you man the camera real quick? And babe, could you hold my drink so my skin doesn't flake into it?
Ew.
Make sure they get a good look. How does it look, Reed? Make sure they see my back and my chest. See that? That's my skin.
It looks like there's sand on you.
It's not sand, it's skin.
It got into your beer.
Oh, God.
Ew!
Do not throw that way.
Particles flying around. Oh, you're shedding.
I told you I didn't want it in my drink, bro. This is bad. Let me jump into the story of why I've been waking up with blood stains in my bed because... Oh, yeah, you didn't know that, Jess? I've been waking up with just blood all over. I went to Bondi Beach. Okay, let me just paint you guys out a picture. I just went to Australia with my friends. And Mike and Logan, they were like, hey, we're going to be taking a jet to Perth. And we're going to be doing all this crazy stuff. And then last second, they're like, hey, dude, the weight distribution on the jet, we have too much people going because KSI has his team. And they have all this stuff. And I said, hey, I'm out. Don't worry. I have family in Sydney. You guys go enjoy all that. I'm gonna spend time in Sydney, have a great time with my cousins. I hang out with my cousins. And he goes, oh, I've been to Bondi Beach. By the way, he doesn't speak like that. He doesn't speak like that, but for the rest of my stories, he will speak like that. Oh, thank you so much for my drink. And he goes, I can't hear you. You want to come sit in? Does Jessica want to come sit in? I'm going to try to get Jessica on this podcast one day. It's my sister.
That sound effect did not.
So I go to Bondi Beach, and he looks at me and he goes, hey, dude, put some, he says he's putting on sunscreen, and like a lot, bro. Like he's lathering it on.
And he lives there.
He lives there.
Yeah.
He's lathering it on. He goes, I'll get it on your back. I'll rub it on you. And I was like, nah, dude, like I'm totally fine. I giggled at him. I go,
Yes.
You want a Middle Eastern man to wear sunscreen?
These sound effects are going to be the death of us.
Yeah, everybody's going to unsubscribe. And so basically, by the way, does that record or do we just laugh at that? Does it go into the sound?
Oh, yeah.
It should. I haven't tested that.
Imagine
feature,
like
so we
nothing
won't
this
know.
whole time. Sorry guys, I'm running on no sleep and I'm trying to gather myself.
So you said me sunscreen? What?
Thank you, babe. I love you.
Nice, Bill.
And I go, no way, because here's the reason why. I've been to Mexico, and in my heart,
Oh, well, in that case.
So you know culture.
I know.
And you know the sun.
No, bro, those people are brown, like real brown. And when I go there, I become brown. For 1 week, I'm like real Middle Eastern out there. And so I go, oh, I've been in that sun, and I've been completely fine with no sunscreen. And I thought that the sun was way stronger in Mexico, because in Mexico you feel the rays on you, and it turns out the UV rays is what you need to be worried about. So this one had like a nice breeze, and so I was like laughing at him, like, bro, what are you talking about?
That's the most deadly, is when there's a nice wind and you do not know you're getting like...
Or you're around snow and it's like, it's so cold. I couldn't possibly get sunburned.
Yeah.
But then it reflects off the snow and you're just
you could
done
get a
for.
sunburn in the snow.
Oh, the worst,
What?
bro.
Yeah.
100%.
Oh my god, dude, you almost killed my dog.
Yeah, you almost decapitated him.
She got out the couch
Your
so
foot
quick.
almost went on his throat.
You almost killed our dog. Okay. Anyways, enough side talking to Jessica, because the people that are watching, they don't fucking see her. So basically, 2 days go by. So the first day goes by, I'm like, oh, this sucks, bro. Like, I have a sunburn. And I don't know if anybody's ever experienced this, but let me walk you through my most traumatic experience that I've ever had when it comes to my skin. The third day, the third day I'm checking into a new hotel. And you know when something bad happens to you and you can't find the source of what's going on, you start panicking, right? So I had a margarita really early in the morning. And you're probably like, Jordan, why did you have a margarita that early in the morning? Because I'm a degenerate. And I was on vacay.
Degenerate?
Traveling
I'm a
George is a
degenerate.
different person, dude.
No,
When you get off a plane, you're a different person, bro.
So Tanner left. My cousin's coming to pick me up, and I'm like, okay, cool. Like I'm gonna have a drink at this bar. By the way, in Sydney, when I was at the hotel, all of the people working at the hotel were big fans of Impulsive. So when we were at the bar, They were all kind of hanging around and asking questions, and we all got drunk together while they were working. And then we went to a club afterwards all together. Guys, I was smashed, and I was like, you guys are my brothers. You got to come out with me.
No,
and
he FaceTimes me, and he's like, babe, look, I made friends. And he's like introducing me to the bartender. He's introducing me to this guy next to him that's on his laptop doing work. And he's like, yeah, this guy's going to be doing blah, blah, blah with me. And then to this right, he's like, this is my other friend, bro. And he's going to take us to these places, take us out to dinner.
And by the way, he did.
Yeah,
We
you
went
had a
out.
great time.
By the way, I always tell people, please meet the neighbors around you, bro. Like, people are so scared to meet people around you, but like, you could have a great time. And that was my mission. I was out there. I'm trying to make some new friends. I want to go out with them. Cause you got to blend in with the locals, mate. You got to go out there. You got to really feel what's down under.
And Anthony Bourdain says that too. You got to go drink with the locals. You got to go to the local bars. That's how you really get to know someone.
And by the way, check. And it was a great.
Is there a train?
Okay, I literally, I was like,
train tracks not to
I'm on a lot of pain meds, so I was like, okay, am I hearing shit? Did I just hear a horn? Anyways, so 2 days later, or 3 days later, we're going into this new hotel, and I feel like my body's getting a little itchy, and I'm like, this is a little weird. Why do I feel this way? So in my head, I'm like, was it the margarita? Am I allergic to some ingredient? Whatever. Move on, bro. Like, literally in seconds, I start feeling like my body's on fire, dude. And I'm like, this is pretty crazy. This is like intense pain. And not to like, I'm not sitting here being like, oh, I'm a tough man. You could ask Reed, you could ask Belle, you could ask my sister, and anybody that really, really knows me. My pain tolerance is extremely high. Like, if I get a tattoo, I fell asleep getting tattoos. When I used to do anything reckless when I was a kid and I hurt myself, I didn't even know I hurt myself. Like, I have a high pain tolerance. Not saying I'm a badass. It's just I have a high pain tolerance. My whole family does.
He does. And even like when he gets like a cut, it like the next day it's healed. It's very weird.
Yeah. So yeah, when I got my nose fixed, I got a deviated septum, and they asked me like, do you want to do rhinoplasty and like fix your nose? And I go, oh, fuck yeah, I'm gonna look cute. So like they fixed this little bump that I had on my nose, and that week that I got my surgery taken off the gauze, I shot a commercial. No one even knew. I didn't even announce it to my audience that I like got a nose job because it healed so quick.
That's nuts.
Dang.
So like I've had this.
It's a pretty noticeable spot too.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I was kind of excited that nobody knew.
Yeah.
And I just ratted myself out, but I don't care. I'm me.
We got a thumbnail, a title.
George exposes himself. Sorry, I'm itchy so bad. So the pain started shooting up, and it was like starting to get unbearable. And if I'm like, oh shit, this is unbearable, I'm like, there's something happening that's like not okay. Maybe I'm dying. So
first thing, I'm dying.
I asked George, I go, you need to pull over. I'm gonna throw up because the pain was so bad. It was like turning my stomach. And it basically, like this is the best way I could explain it. It felt like, have you ever been cooking with a pan and then the oil hits your hand?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It felt like somebody poured all that oil on my back. And I couldn't escape it. And it's like they just kept pouring more and more. And it literally felt like it was trickling down. So I'm like tearing up. I'm like, man, this is really bad. But I don't look like a bitch to my cousin. I might. It's just a sunburn. I told you to use sunscreen, right? So I'm like, okay, I can't look like a dummy. So I'm like, yo, I'm so sorry. Like, can we go back to the hotel room? We go back to the hotel room. I start yakking, Reed, like just throwing up from the pain.
Dang, just from pain.
And I start crying, and I call my mom, and I go, I'm screaming. I go, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know what to do. So I'm putting like ice water on my back. I'm laying on like ice packs. I'm like doing whatever it can. And it gets to the point where George is like, yo, dude, you got to go to the hospital. Like, this is not okay. Like, you need to go to the hospital. And I was like, I can't go to the hospital. I'm not paying $20,000 because of a sunburn, bro. And those of you guys that are outside of the country, America is very expensive with healthcare. Very expensive. I had flaming hot Doritos when I was a kid, and my dad still won't get over it because I had acid reflux or whatever it is. And the bill was $8,000 because they picked me up and they took
all the tests that they had to do.
So in my mind, I'm like, bro, I don't want to spend $20,000. I'll try to figure out the pain in the meantime. But then it got to the point where I was like, all right, fuck, now I really need to. I don't care about the money. Like, I need to figure this out. Paramedics come. Turns out cheap. Like, if I would have gone to the hospital in the ambulance, all that stuff, it would have been like $500. I've never heard of anything. Like, could not believe it. Also, was really upset with myself for waiting that long. I always say that, like, you know, health is wealth. So like, don't worry about it. Like, go get yourself checked.
But you didn't even need to like go in the ambulance. You could have just driven to the hospital.
At that time, I had to. Like, it was really bad. They had to come and give me, like, really high pain meds. Turns out they came, and I thought they were going to be like, look at this, mate. You can't handle all sun, you know? And turns out you could burn your nerves. So I burned my nerves. So the acid feeling that was going down was my nerves, like they were, like, I guess, damaged. So, yeah.
Damn.
So I've been peeling for a few days.
How long were you out in the sun for?
I would say like 5-6 hours.
Wow.
So I was out there for quite
That's a long time, but also like for
that
burns
night
that bad, the sun must have just been mean that day.
Oh yeah, that night when he came home, he was super sunburned. I mean, it was like, you know, have you ever been so sunburned where you can't even like clothes touching your skin, you can't even lay down? He was like at that point, he couldn't even lay down. It was so painful. And then this was like what, 2 days after?
3 days after. So I asked the guy, I go, wait, why did I just start feeling it now? And he's like, your body went into shock. And I was like, damn, that's kind of cool. It went into fight or flight mode.
100%, like adrenaline.
But dude, I was having dinner. I went out for drinks. I had, like, the next day I was completely fine. I thought I was just gonna look nice and brown.
Well, we all have that moment when you come in from the beach too, and you're like, I'm probably gonna be sunburned. And you look, it's like, oh, this, and you laugh at first.
Oh
and
no!
then 2 hours later,
I was really red, bro. Like I was
so much pain.
But at first it was
You're
probably
shaking.
funny. Like before you really felt the true pain of it, you're like, oh, I'm in trouble.
It
I've
changed
been bad.
my experience on how I go to the to the
Oh shit.
No, it scared the shit out of me. Honest to God, I wouldn't wish that upon my enemy, bro. Like, it was bad. All right, if you guys liked that clip, go ahead and hit that link in my description and watch the full podcast. You will not regret it. Thanks for your support. Love you.